foundation inspection. This is the foundation inspection. We have post-tension cable foundation here. The grade's too high at this area here. You can see the result of the grade being high. You've got this splashing here, it's affecting the wall system. The downpipe boot here, it's leaking. There's deterioration to the wall system here. It means dampness is going to get in here. Be in the report some notes about the type of wall system this is. But this is going to allow water to wick up inside, and it's going to be a basis for mould. Again, the grade is too low here, and we've got damage to the wall system here. Again, grade's too high, downpipe damaged here, it's going to be leaking. Continue with the foundation. Again, the grade is too high, coming very close to the wall system. This is an ethos finish, very good finish, nothing wrong with it, but it's feared by a lot of people because they don't understand how to look after it. Again, we've got another split in the downpipe pipe. We're now moving to the rear elevation by the garage. Garage door is damaged. You've got damage here and here. It's coming into contact with the opening mechanism as it opens and closes, and this is causing these marks. We're now moving to the right hand elevation of the property. We have some erosion here. Grade needs to be rebuilt, and the area which is exposed here was below form boards at one point, but it's eroded away and it needs to be rebuilt. Again, more erosion on the right hand elevation. And now we come to this area here. We've got serious erosion here. It's eroded enormously. You can see here roots sticking out where it's washed away. Down here we've got what was below grade foundation exposed. This is called undermining, etc., etc. So that needs to be. This is the dryer, and you can see it's clogged with material. It needs to be cleaned. More erosion at the front right elevation. More erosion at the front here. And erosion at this corner here. You can see it's eroding now. This faucet is leaking. Washer needs replacing. More erosion here. Generally the grade around the building needs to be rebuilt to protect the foundation in the future. We're at the front left elevation. There's a deck out here. The deck is incorrectly installed. It should have a big gap all the way around it coming up to the building, and it's not. Should be an airspace there around here. It's going to cause damage to the ephes finish. Exposed external outlet here. You can see the cover's missing. Should also have a bubble cover on there. This roof looks like it's tile, but it's not. It's rubber. A rubber compound. Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what the rubber consists of, but it is rubber. We have some specialist rubber flashing here. We have normal valley flashing here. They are laid directly over an underlayment. You can probably see better. We get down to the bottom here. Now, if this is a tiled roof, the first layer of roofing, that's the first shingle here, or tile, should be upside down, so the two edges meet together, and it's not. No reason why this shouldn't be done that way, but this is the way it's been put together. The reason they come together, one is upside down, it's so that they come to a point and drips run off easier. But this is not a roof I have any direct experience of. I have experience of real tiled roofs. I have experience of shingles, but I've never come across a rubber tiled roof before. Looks very effective. We're in the upper attic. There's a lot of disturbance to the insulation. Happens over the years with people coming and working in attics. Romex cable running over a service board. Another Romex cable running over a gas pipe. It's a powered roof extractor fan here. Covers off it, you can see it's hanging loosely here. And it doesn't work. There's a convenient little button on it, which is press to test, and nothing happens. I'm in the attic over the garage, and once had a vent in the attic roof, upper roof vent, and it was located here. Or, well, I'm saying it's a vent, but it may not have been a vent. There's a water heater below there, and it may have been swapped out for an electric one or something. Anyway, there is no upper roof ventilation in the garage, and that's going to lead to the garage getting very hot in the summer, and over time it will accelerate the deterioration of its construction materials. In addition, this wall here, the other side of that is family accommodation, and it should be sealed. We should have a fire seal. Can you see this here? This is right there. That is what we call plasterboard, what is called sheetrock in America, and that should cover this whole area and seal it. There should be a caulking seal all the way around, just to stop any draft going through, because any draft will allow a fire that could occur in the garage to get into the actual house, and it's not sealed. In fact, that's going to a bathroom vent which is inside the house. So this attic needs to be sealed to make it up to fire standards. And then I'm not going to quote code here because it's irrelevant. This is a safety issue. This is the attic access hatch in the garage, and there's no weather seal on it. It should have a weather seal to prevent gases and possible fire entering the attic and then getting into the house. So that should be sealed, and it's not. This is a water heater closet in the garage. You can see here we've got wires passing through the drywall here, passing through the drywall. Got an opening up there that goes into the attic. That's not so bad, but this gives us a hole. Now, if you get carbon monoxide in here, like this, there is a possibility that it can pass through the wall here and into the house. This is the back of the TV set, and so you get carbon monoxide poisoning of the occupants. Nobody would know they're being poisoned, of course, because it's odourless. It's called the silent killer. It's a pool equipment. See, we have a broken gauge here. There's water in it. That needs replacement. Did have a water heater, that's been removed. Often the case in this part of the world. Most people don't want to heat it in the winter, it's too expensive, and in the summer you don't need a gas water heater, to be honest. Now there's some deterioration in the wall below the fountain here. And around the pool we have some coping where there's some mortar has cracked and gone away. That needs to be filled because water can get in here and it'll undermine and then cause deterioration in the pool itself. So anywhere where you've got these sort of cracks, they need to be sealed, corked or remortared. Switch to the pool light, it's here, so it's off, on, off, on. These are the compressors for the air conditioning units in the house. Now I'm not going to be running the cooling because we're below 60 degrees. And anything below that can cause a damage to the compressors themselves, and I'm not prepared to do that because I don't want to damage equipment. What we're looking here is the general condition of the units. They're all looking in pretty good nick. Got insulation on the pipes, it's all up to good quality. The units look relatively new actually, but only the homeowners can tell you actually when they were replaced. But there's no apparent damage to the casing. The top all looks in very good order. Okay, the temperature pressure relief valve doesn't operate on the water tank located at the left hand rear elevation, and the unit itself shows signs of rust and water penetration. I'm not going to touch it any more than that because it could spring a leak. In addition to that, this whole area should be sealed. You shouldn't have air being allowed to go through the wall system. It's okay if it goes up into the attic. You in fact have a vent in the attic there, and there's another vent here. But the water heater is at the end of its safe working life. We don't have a timed or date on it, but the fittings are corroded, and the unit itself, yeah, that fitting right at the back there is corroded, and some of the actual pipe fittings are going into the unit. There's also water leaking down the pipe here, and the fire stop has fallen down the pipe, is not fixed to the top, whereas it should be. It's a fire seal on the bottom of the door for the water heater. We're at the rear left elevation of the property. You see it's broken, come away. Water heater in the garage. This one's in good condition as far as the fittings are concerned. There's no corrosion there. Temperature pressure relief valve works. Okay, this water heater appears to have been fitted in 07. There's a pan, it's fully sealed. Temperature pressure relief valve works okay. This one's in good order. So in summary, 3 water heaters, not 2. Of the 3 water heaters, this one is new, it's only 4 years old, and the water heater next door here is a little older, although it's looking in reasonably good condition for its age. It's very difficult to determine the length of life of any of these water heaters because they are affected by the acidity of the water, and it seriously is difficult to say how long they'll last, but they don't normally last much more than 9 to 12 years. This one, unlike the one that's on the outside, it doesn't show any great deal of stress, and so I'd say it has a few years of life in it, but really there's no predicting it. have any anti-siphon. That's heating. On the day of the inspection, I couldn't get the extractor to work. The extractor is actually built into the back here. You can see over the controls, and this button normally makes it rise or fall, and as of today it was doing neither. This is zone 1 of the sprinkler system operating. This is zone 2. That's zone 2. Zone 3. Zone 4. No, 5. Zone 5. Sprinklers on the right hand elevation. All sprinklers are running on the rear elevation. The rear yard is one complete zone.